Hello everybody, and welcome back to Starsong Academy Arc 2. This is Session 5 for the Brisbane Expedition. And before we begin, I would like to share a couple of clarifiers from last session. So, to begin, during the last session, Nigel, while fighting, it was not clarified whether or not Octavius was given back to Lysander or if Nigel took Octavius, and I would like to clarify that Octavius was taken. Octavius is currently in Nigel's possession, and we will see the ramifications of that going forward. Secondly, I would like to clarify that Rowan is still injured, as is Orion, at the beginning of this session, and also we will have ramifications for that. Now, to begin this session, we actually are not going to pick up where we left off. Instead of coming into Brisbane and seeing everybody huddled around this small city square, we instead are going to focus on the academy back home. We zoom in on the courtyard at the edge of the academy, where normally Drake is sleeping. However, now he seems to be curled up closer to the top of the towers. We see as Kellen stands pretty close to the edge, looking down as through this rudimentary staircase they have constructed of arcane constructs, a 6-foot man who we would recognize as Nigel begins to walk into the academy. And we hear as these two begin to talk with each other. Morning. Sorry, my Kellen voice is off today. Morning. You must be Nigel. Why, yes, that would be my name. I have come here looking for a man named Kellen. Would that be you who I'm looking for? Yeah, that's me. Good, good. Now, I was wondering if I have been wandering these wastes for so long, and I saw a group of explorers that came by the other day. Their names were Lysander, Rowan, Auggie, and Orion, I believe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Good, good. Well, I would love to stay here for safekeeping, if you don't mind. That is what we are using this for. Are you hurt? Oh no, I'm perfectly fine. Just looking for somewhere that I can relax. And we see as Kellen holds something in his pocket, but does not take it out. And we watch as the two of them continue to chat and go into the building. And we see as Nigel and Kellen walk the school grounds, chatting with each other through muffled words. Kellen would eventually get Nigel set up with a small living space in the ruins of the magical artifacts classroom. And we would watch as Kellen leaves the room, closes the door, and inscribes a small sigil on the door, which seems to lock the door and seal it. We hear as Kellen says to himself, "No way I'm letting that bastard near them. Not near anybody here. He's not getting out of there." And he walks away. A little bit of time passes, and we watch as the school goes about its life. And for some reason, those doors don't seem to open. Nigel paces around his room, sleeps a couple times, but never seems to leave or want to leave. And we watch as Nigel tries the door, but from his side, it seems to be a wall. However, we watch as coming down the hallway are two small children playing together and casting small spells. Zoom in on Sophie, Rowan's little sister, and August, who is Kellen's son. Watch as they play together and come up to the door with this glowing earthen sigil on it. August is wearing this little crochet hat that is reminiscent of Octavius, and Sophie is wearing her small shield amulet. We watch as August places his hand on the door to try and open it. And as the door opens, we watch as this black magic seems to seep out. And it grabs August and Sophie by the legs. And that is where we cut away. And we will now zoom in on a different scene. We see Lysander collapsed in the streets of Brisbane, surrounded by his group. We zoom in on him, zooming into Lysander's head, and soon into his mind, as Lysander is streaming. Lysander, you find yourself... By the way, you can speak now. You find yourself looking out of unfamiliar eyes. And you feel constricted.
Yes, looking.
You're looking around.
What am I seeing?
So, You are in what seems to be looks almost like a medieval style dungeon. You are in this basically stone square of a room with arches along all the walls. You're currently... The height that you're at seems strange because you can see that there is a metal table under you. However, your perspective only comes up about maybe 4 or 5 inches.
Standing up like this right now.
Yeah, you try to stand up and you can feel that you have 6 more legs than you remember having when you went to bed. And you would look around at your body and examine yourself, and you can see that you are Octavius right now. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I got distracted by grandmother's right now. Can I like move to the edge of the table?
Yeah. It's only about a 3-foot drop. Looks like there's
I'm
just
afraid
stone
of just
floors.
going over.
I know, but
Clearly
yeah,
off the table.
you look down, there seem to be stone floors in the room. Doesn't look like there's anybody in here with you. You would notice, by the way, that across the room from you there is a staircase leading up. And around you there are lots of strange equipment that you, Lysander or Octavius, have never seen before.
Bonkers. I'm looking for something right now.
Okay. Alec, were you talking just now? I saw your thingy light up, but... take that as a no. Ah.
Maybe in the push to talk button. Okay, it's working again.
Awesome.
I guess I'll like slide down the table like if I can. Or, like drop down but use the table like so I don't just splat on the ground.
Awesome. Make me a flight roll with a +5. Since you're using the table to hold you. Nice. Lucky break. It's a good sign for Octavius rolls going forward. Holy shit. Octavius popping off.
Octavia's extremely skilled at sliding down tables.
What's that total? 19?
Oh yeah. Pretty good for a D6.
Yeah. No, you go down and you are able to skillfully use all 8 arms to get down this leg of the table with ease. You get down to the floor and you are again at a very strange eye level.
Well, why would that have changed?
I mean, it didn't, it's just still strange. You find yourself looking up at tables, chairs, desks. And also, at this eye level, you do spot some similarities between the way that this room is set up and the way that the room under the school was set up.
Oh no. So I zoned out because I was a little checking my Tumblr notes, but which direction can I head out of this?
Just forward and up. There's a staircase at the end of the room.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Do you want to try and move any particular way? Trying to be stealthy or just moving?
How can one be stealthy as an octopus? How can one not be stealthy as an octopus?
That is a good question. If you'd like to try and move stealthier than normal, you can try and roll a flight. If not, we'll just go as normal. You are already pretty stealthy as a 5-inch tall octopus, so...
Yeah, I'll just skedaddle onwards.
Okay. You move up the stairs, and you find yourself in what seems to be a very fancy sitting room. The doorway...
Fucking weird layout.
Indeed, the doorway behind you has this brutal arc. It looks like there is an arch above the door with stone pillars coming down the sides as the theming of the room completely switches going down into that dungeon you were in. For the room you're in now is lavish with gold and red carpets, bookshelves lining the walls. In fact, there seems to be a second balcony floor in this room with more bookshelves. You see a long table in the middle of the room with wooden chairs on both sides and a larger, fancier chair with red and gold cushions at the end. See an exit to the north, as you've come from the south, and you also see 2 exits, one to the east and west as well.
That was like a lot of information. I think my brain blocked it all out after the carpets.
After what? Sorry?
After you described the carpets.
Okay, so
That's
carpet.
the last thing I remember.
There's bookshelves everywhere. There's even like a second balcony floor for bookshelves.
Oh my god.
Am
I just imagining Hannibal Suffers right now?
Close, but not exactly the same. There's one
With a
big,
dungeon.
There's one big table down the middle of the room with a normal chairs on the sides and a big, almost throne-like chair at the end of the table. And then there's a door that is open on the far north side of the room. And on the east and west are two simpler-looking doors that are both closed.
I guess I'll just head straight through to the open door.
Okay.
Don't have hands.
You waddle your way through the room, scuttling through the bottom of the table around the chairs.
And skitter.
And you find yourself in what seems to be an entry hall.
Are there any particular features of the entry?
Yeah, so the room you're in seems to be, again, arches covering the entryway of this room. However, it does go back to the normal stone construction that you were familiar with in the dungeon. Seems like the room that you were just in must be an outlier. There is a large gate at the end of this room, closed, and there are suits of armor lining all the walls.
This sounds weird. Anyway, you said gate.
Yes.
Yes. So there are gaps in the gate? It's not like a solid door?
No, it's like a portcullis. It's got like gaps in it, yeah.
Woohoo! So, I'm an octopus at the moment, and as far as I'm concerned, they're pretty well known for squeezing through holes, so I'm just gonna go straight to the gate.
Okay, you get most of the way down this hallway, and you hear something in one of the armor suits.
I mean, that's not really my business, is it? I just want to get out of here.
You hear...
That sounds like it's extremely not my business, and I should just move along.
Okay.
I'm not fucking around with the snarl today.
You continue down the hallway, and Lysander, you push Octavius's body through these bars, and as you make one last look into the room behind you, you watch as Zaksha, the snake familiar, writhes out of one of the suits of armor, and that is where your dream cuts off.
Oh no, Octavius, right.
And you wake up. In fact, all of you begin to wake up, slowly but surely.
Was everyone unconscious?
Sorry?
Was everyone unconscious? Did I miss something at the end of our session?
This would be a couple hours after the Nigel encounter. But, the only people who would be awake now is, I think, Elawin. I think everybody else passed out. I know Rowan did. I believe Auggie said she was going to go to sleep. Yeah.
Elawin had passed out from magical exhaustion.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, everybody was asleep.
But it's more likely that she'd be one of the first to wake up.
So yeah, Lysander and Elawin, you would both wake up first. there's anything you would like to do when you are awake, let me know.
As Elawin is kind of sitting up, she just kind of holds her head as she has a massive headache. She kind of just looks around, very disoriented and very confused.
Elawin, you look around and you see every single one of your traveling companions unconscious. Rowan looks gravely injured and barely put together. And Orion is basically passed out in your lap.
She kind of just strokes his hair before setting him down and kind of checking on everybody else.
Sorry guys, my cat's being loud. Lysander, would you do anything when you wake up?
He's probably still in a bit of like shock, so he's sitting there
Okay.
trying to like gather himself.
After a while, Rowan and Auggie, you would also wake up.
Before they wake up, Elawin's just going to kind of sit across from Lysander and just kind of study him.
Okay. Roll brains. I'll let you study Lysander. This is the equivalent of an insight check. With a 4, Lysander is frowning, but you can't make out a lot past that.
You seem troubled.
He just kind of like blinks and looks at her.
And she kind of looks around, noticing that Octavius is missing. Where was your little octopus friend? I remember you having him before we passed out. Then
He kind of just looks at the floor.
she kind of starts to hold her head, and she looks like she's clearly in pain. Then what happened? Something seems to be missing. Before she kind of tapers off and then just kind of stands up and starts wandering. Like she's lost.
Yeah, you'd walk around the camp, or the camp. You'd find that you are all in a abandoned city square where there's a small fountain in the middle, but that's about it. Seems to be pretty devoid of life. All the shops around seem to be empty, lifeless. And there's this low fog across the ground everywhere.
She kind of remembers the fog making them pass out, and she's gonna kind of try to get a feel for it. Magically.
You would kind of walk around in the fog, study it a little bit, open yourself up to the magic, and it doesn't seem like the fog is affecting you too much right now. It seems
Not
to
like
be
it did
since you've
earlier.
seems to be since you have succumbed to it before, you are building a sort of immunity. Like your body is developing a resistance the more it is exposed.
She's just gonna kind of sit in the fog and kind of try to pull it in.
Pull it in.
Yeah.
Make me a grit roll with magic.
Oh, jeez. 12.
With a 12, you can summon some of the fog over to you, and it kind of swirls around your feet, but you don't seem to be able to take it really into your body. It just kind of swirls around.
Well, she was just trying to pull it closer to her.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Kind of get a feel for its kind of flow of magic.
You look at it, and it seems to be with what you can study, it seems to be some intense order magic that suppresses chaos.
Kind of getting this feel, she's just going to kind of sit down in it and kind of just try to surround herself.
Okay. Yeah. After that, yeah, again, Augie and Rowan, you guys would start to groggily wake up. And Rowan, you still feel super sore.
Augie. Oh.
Awake, but it goes back to sleep.
Say it. Say it out loud.
I think Rowan might actually just be asleep for a bit longer
Okay.
after just everything that happens.
Yeah, if you wake up and decide you want to go back to bed, you can totally do that.
Okay.
What about you, Augie?
Yay. Augie goes to check on Rowan despite the fact he's still asleep.
You would...
How's his boo-boos looking like?
I assume that since you were pretty close to Rowan when the last session ended, that you probably went to sleep pretty near him. You kind of like roll up in bed, look over at Rowan, and he's not bleeding anymore, but you can see that there are still some like scabbed over wounds all over him. See what any wounds that did not pierce the skin seem to be bruising pretty badly. But it looks like he's healing, slowly but surely.
That's comforting, at least. Do we even have any medical supplies in the supplies we brought?
You do not. You would know that necromancy is very powerful healing magic, and not only Rowan, but also Orion are both very skilled in necromancy. You would know you have a first aid kit, but it includes mostly like bandages, antiseptics, stuff for small wounds. You would know that would be in Orion's backpack.
No, we're not going to mummify. We're not going to mummify you.
But I would. Augie's gonna go to Orion's pack.
Okay.
We're gonna grab the first aid kit. And we're gonna start tending to Rhodes' wounds the way Augie knows how to.
Okay, make me... what roll would this be? Make me a brains roll.
Just to see what she actually knows about medical treatment.
Yeah.
Nothing. I guarantee you nothing.
What is your brain stat? A D10? Okay, that's not bad. We'll call it a DC 6 to get all of his wounds wrapped properly.
It's 5.
Remember, you have three AP.
It's true. Everybody does start each session with 3, so...
But it's funnier if she fails.
It is indeed funnier if she fails.
Okay, so with a 5, you can get most of the wounds wrapped, but you're not super skilled at like tying off bandages or anything like that, so they're all kind of loose. You taped a couple down with medical tape, but by and large, Rowan looks very patchwork. But you, in your mind, you covered all the boo-boos, so you did a good job.
I did do a good job. I covered all the boo-boos.
And Rowan, after you went back to sleep, you would find yourself unable to fall all the way back to bed as you could feel somebody, like, wrapping things around you.
Rowan's just sort of going to mumble something and just sort of shift as he opens his eyes.
You open your eyes and you look up. Auggie is, like, on her knees, situated right above you with scissors and, like, gauze tape. Just, like, staring at you.
Any sort of, like, grogginess would immediately just, like, be cast aside by just immediate concern seeing Auggie just holding these scissors over him.
Ah! Don't move! Don't move! Hold on, I gotta get this one. And she, like, pastes it like a big piece of tape over his forehead.
What? Auggie? What are you doing?
Getting you all patched up, I'm sorry. I mean to wake you.
It's okay.
But
This is
just don't move. Don't move. I got this.
okay.
And she's like trying to tighten the bandage. She doesn't really know how to tie them off at all, and she's just like cutting and taping things down. Like Gavin said, patchwork. She's trying her best. She's covering the boo-boos for the most part.
Oh gosh.
Alright.
Rowan's not gonna comment on this.
There. I think I'm done. You feel alright?
Yeah, I feel better.
Augie squints at
Rowan glances away. Anyway, oh gosh. Can I move now? Actually, can I move? Can Rowan actually move, or is there just so much bandaging that he's, like, stuck?
It's
Make
gauze,
me a
it's
flight
not-
roll.
Okay. A 5.
With a 5, you could get yourself sat up, but you have to like kind of move funny because some of your limbs feel like they're tighter than they used to be as you look down and see that most of your body is wrapped in gauze.
You really got to work, huh? Thank you. Ron's going to just smile at Augie because he doesn't want to say anything that might get him in trouble.
That's one way to phrase it.
Yeah. Ron's gonna look around. Are we just still in the same place we were in, like, at the end of the last session?
Yes, you
Or
are.
did we move at all? Okay. So we're just still out on the street?
Yep.
Huh.
Just in that little town
Okay.
square with the fountain.
Just
And the
notices.
fog is still there, it's just really low?
Uh-huh. Very low and very thin.
Can I? Well, I guess I'm already at the fog,
Yeah.
but I'm going to eye it suspiciously.
Just notice Elawin just sitting there, just pulling the fog in.
Yeah, you would actually notice that
Oh,
Elawin is like
oh.
magically pulling the fog towards her.
That draws my curiosity. Can I attempt that at all, or like at least make it look like I'm doing the same thing?
You can certainly try. What did I have Elawin
Okay.
roll?
I think a grit.
Yeah, roll grit plus magic.
Okay. 1 second, okay, I have to try something. Oh wait, and magic?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's a lucky break.
Rowan in his
23.
Yeah. You're able to completely surround yourself in this fog.
Rowan.
And it
Yeah.
feels very, actually, to you, it feels very relaxing. It feels like this fog is kind of like
Rowan's
soothing
doing
your
that now.
mind. Yeah, actually. Kind of in the same way that being like high would. That it just makes it so that you don't feel stressed. Your mind feels very at ease.
This is the same fog that knocked us out before.
It is.
So it must have been in like larger concentrations or something.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm saying this out loud, like to Augie. Just like thinking out loud. Yeah, this was the fog that knocked everyone out, right? Like, I'm not just. I'm at. Augie?
Hmm?
This is the fog around us. He's gonna just gesture to the floor of the streets. At the fog, yeah. But this is the same stuff that like knocked everyone out, right?
Yes. Yes.
Elawin's gonna kind of open her
Okay.
eyes, hearing them talk, and kind of just turn to them, and then just kind of
Yeah,
cock her at Rowan's current state.
Yeah, so wait, is the fog still sort of gathering around me, or did that subside?
Both of you. It's still just kind of swirling up around you and gathering kind of at
Okay.
the floor after it does.
Okay, so
Noticing that
I
Rowan is doing it a lot better, she just kind of looks down and then just turns away.
Does Rowan see this, or
Yeah, you'll be able to see it pretty easy.
can I drop the thing?
Sure.
Yeah, I dropped the thing. Anyway, so, yep. What was I gonna say? Like, right, so, why was this? I don't know why I'm asking this. You probably don't know any more than I would about why there's so much fog. Never mind. I just
Is he
feels
asking?
really nice.
Take your time. Oh my goodness, silly.
Okay.
Who is he trying to ask?
Augie.
Ah,
He's just thinking out loud to her and realizing that he's probably not going to get much information that he doesn't already have because they both saw the same thing. I'm just gonna
Are you sure
poke at
you
the fog
should
and just sort of,
lay down some more?
should or shouldn't?
Should.
What?
Think you should lay down some more.
I mean, it's not that bad.
Augie
I-
raises a brow.
no, I'm fine. It's okay. I'm okay.
Kind of
You
getting
saw to that.
a feel for it. Elawin's gonna kind of stand up and walk over to Rowan. Rowan, would you mind helping me
Hmm?
try to sort of form a dome with this fog? I
Like,
assume
made of-
since you did the same thing I did, you
okay.
kind of understand the benefits that it gives.
Oh yeah. It felt really nice. Well, actually, Augie, you have to try this.
To kind of sort of make a dome around their little camp.
Like a dome, like how
Sort of
thick
to
are you
stave off
talking?
the well, corrupting nature of the chaotic energies.
Huh?
The
Wait, what?
chaotic energies here naturally can cause. She kind of taps her head a little bit.
Rowan
Problems.
also taps his head. Sort of just tilts his head.
Problems, Rowan.
Problems.
They can.
Oh. Wait, so
In
the fog is stopping us
essence-
from going crazy then?
Not crazy, but it can. How do you explain it? She kind of rubs her chin a little bit. What? She kind of then starts to hold her head. What happened? What's it?
What do you
Missing
mean?
something. What happened after we got here?
We got here. Everyone passed out.
Yes.
Except me. And then everyone woke up again, but Nigel was here, and
Nigel? You mean that?
yeah,
The man
guy.
in the camp?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, him. He actually, yeah. Okay, could you help? I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this.
Elawin kind of just looks down, very confused.
Don't you remember? Nigel came over here and tried to take Orion.
She kind of then starts holding her head, and you can see on her face is visible pain.
Are you okay?
I'm trying, but I just can't. The memories elude me.
Is that the chaos stuff? Doing that, maybe?
Did I seem different to you?
I mean, you seemed angry, but I don't know if that's not normal for you or anything.
Yeah, we were all pretty mad about the whole trying to
Oh,
take Orion thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, actually, there was. Well, I don't know if it's related. When I saw Nigel, there was just this like darkness about him. I don't know how to explain it. I was like trying to look for magic and just I don't know. I couldn't tell what I was seeing, if anything. It just was dark and I don't know, maybe that did something to your brain? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm probably not helping much.
Hmm. Well, let's put that aside and let's try to get this dome up to kind of stave off the realm's chaotic energy. And she's
Yeah,
going
that
to
seems.
try to start pulling it into a dome.
Yeah, Rowan's also going to try to help with that.
As you do that, I need everybody to make me a brains check. Everybody.
Yay.
DC on this is pretty low,
Oh,
but okay, not that low, Rowan.
Oh,
oh. Well, it's plus 2 AP.
it's all that brain damage.
Oh,
Oh, that
jeez.
head trauma.
Okay.
Lysander popping off.
The only person who hit the DC is Lysander. It was
Everyone
a
gets
DC
plus.
9.
Oh, jeez.
Lysander, you notice that. Actually, you notice both things because you also hit the high DC of 15. So the first thing you notice is that Orion has begun to stir. The second thing you notice
What's
is
he
that you are
making?
all being approached.
Oh. Um.
And it's coming, by the way, from the direction of where you and Orion are, on the southern side of the plaza.
I kind of scooch over to Orion and grab my sword and look up in the direction of whoever or whatever is approaching.
You can't super see through the fog. You can really only see the outline of the person, but it looks like a masculine figure. Seems to be wearing some kind of suit. It's very slim. But that's all you get. Just this black silhouette of somebody approaching.
Okay, my laptop stopped talking for a second. Can I get up and step closer? Like through the fog. The fog is like just surrounding us.
Yeah, you can step closer, and once you kind of breach where this heavier fog is that Elawin and Rowan have been drawing in, you can see that this is a middling height, probably 5'8" man,
Oh my god.
wearing a tweed jacket, tweed jacket, like a brown khaki-ish color suit coat with like some khaki pants and black dress shoes. And he's actually holding a torch. He has very low to the head, buzz cut hair with a very short, well kept beard. He looks older. Seems to have a darker
Oh my god.
complexion.
Right.
And he just kind of looks at you with the sword drawn, and his eyes dart down to you at the sword, and then back up to your face, and down to the sword, and up to your face, and down to the sword, and up to your face.
Ellen's gonna kind of.
Elawin,
Would
you would
Elawin
not see
notice
this.
that?
No. You got
No,
a
I was gonna say, would Elawin notice that Lysander has moved?
with a 3 on that check. No. You are absorbed in your work right now.
They both are. Elawin and Rowan completely focused on creating a dome of fog. Fog bubble.
They're currently in the human-sized bong.
Pardon?
But yeah,
Come again? Like, what?
Alec, as you stand there, the man would slowly inch towards you, raising the torch a little bit so you can see his face. And he simply says, "Hello, my name is Francis. Are you all injured? Do you need assistance?"
Why would I need assistance from you?
I'm sorry. I have a group of survivors. We are looking for people who are wandering the streets.
Why?
To have somewhere safe so that we do not have to contend with the giant monster made of glass?
Lysander just kind of looks at him for a little while longer. Then he lowers his sword, but he does not retract it.
Okay. Thank you for lowering the weapon. I appreciate it. Are you alone? Do you have friends? Our scouts said that we saw 4 people heading this way, but I only see you right now.
Everybody else is in a fog bubble.
He just like looks back at the fog.
Has Lysander also lost sight of us?
You actually, Lysander, if you do look back at the fog barrier, you would notice that you can't see them through it.
So out of character, I like that he said 4 people because there are 5 of us.
He did say 4 people.
Orion is unconscious on the floor, I suppose.
That's not why he said 4.
Oh. Okay. So he's just fantasy racist, isn't he?
No. You'll find out.
Oh, fine. He can't count. So Lysander retreats back into the fog.
Oh, may I... Oh, okay. I will just wait here. Take your time.
Watch. I could just imagine Lysander slowly walking backward, just fading into the fog barrier.
Yeah. Lysander, you enter the fog barrier, and I mean, he doesn't follow you. But now that he's closer to the fog, you can kind of see where his torch is against the wall.
Does everybody now get that same feeling that both Elawin and Rowan got from the fog?
Yeah, actually. Lysander and Auggie, you would both feel very relaxed.
The fog appears to be constructed of order magic, with the perhaps express purpose of staving off the chaotic magic of Malais's realm. How it got here in such quantities, though, is, well, that is the question.
Do you
Order
think it's
magic.
something
does not generally surface within Malace's realm. As you can very well guess, a realm that is the very epicenter of chaotic magic would not have room for such a thing.
Do you think it was placed here maybe like contain that glass creature? Because it was like all around it area, right?
Elawin just kind of has a face of contemplation now.
Rowan's also going to put on a face of contemplation. He's not actually thinking though.
He's just trying to copy. He's just trying to make Elawin think he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Lysander approaches and is like, don't want to interrupt your little thinking moment, but there's someone outside.
Elawin kind of just looks over at Lysander.
Who
Really?
is it?
Said his name's does it not matter? Doesn't matter. He's looking for survivors.
Well then, should we meet him? She's looking at Rowan and Auggie.
I already have. You can meet him if you'd like.
Has Orion actually started to like get up now?
No, he's like convulsing on the ground.
Oh,
Excuse me?
that's not agile. Oh gosh.
Orion
Is
is
he,
allergic to weed.
Is he like covered in fog or?
He's in the dome with you guys.
Or I thought it was just
Alright,
like a thin layer of fog. Is it just
careful.
like the entire dome is full of fog?
Vaguely.
Well-
It's more concentrated here than it is outside, but it's not like obscuring your vision within it.
Think of it more so as a bubble of fog around you, around us.
Okay.
So Ryan's just seizing down on the floor,
Yeah.
and none of
Has
us
that been
thought
doing this
to
whole
point that
time?
out.
How long has that been happening?
To be fair, we're all kind of relaxed for the fog, so
Elawin's
it's
going to quickly check on him.
Yeah, you go over to him and hey, he's having a seizure.
Rowan,
my
over here
God!
now.
normal guy behavior.
How do we deal with seizures again? I don't. Juniper didn't tell me how to deal with that.
Can Elawin try to use magic to sort of try to find the origin point of the seizure?
Yeah. Make me brains plus magic. Anybody who wants to investigate the cause can do that.
Yeah. I want to do that.
Guys, you did not want Augie to do it. Look out, Rowan.
What?
The DC is 10, by the way.
Oh, I got a 10.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Elwin, you
What's
can't really.
being rolled?
Oh, what'd you say, Alec? Sorry.
What was being rolled? I was eating my wheat bix.
It's brains plus magic to try to figure out what's currently causing Orion to have a
Seize.
seizure.
Yeah. I always forget how busted Lysander's brain stat is.
Did that go through my push to talk as being blocked?
No, it did not.
Was it just those two, or was it anyone?
Anyone.
Anybody?
Oh, good.
Anyone who wants to investigate Orion's silliness.
I'm too silly to do such a thing.
Oh, damn.
Lysander being
Oh my
Lysander.
goodness.
Lysander's rules are busted today.
Lysander has seen enough students have seizures. He knows what's going on.
I mean,
Oh
Lysander's
gosh.
probably had them himself because he's been getting his brain fucked around with. So.
Yeah. So Rowan and Lysander much more easily, you would both be able to tell that it looks like the balance of Orion's magic is really fucky right now. Basically, he had so much of his magic stolen by Nigel that he is very weak right now. And all that was left was the stuff he had remaining from Corvus, essentially. Like all that chaos. And he's like, this fog is really fucking with him.
Wait, so the order magic is messing with... Oh gosh.
He still has his like natural magic, but it's very slight, and until he can actually properly rest, it won't be enough for him to survive off of.
And is that... So there are blood transfusions. Is there magic transfusions?
I have chaotic mind. Could I do something with that?
Depends what you want to do with it, I guess.
Could Elawin, in a sense, try to stabilize his magic?
So
To
I'll
a
answer your
degree.
question and Rowan's. So yes, magic transfusions do exist, and you could also try to stabilize it. But I will say stabilizing it would be a lot harder because there is so little left. There isn't much you can stabilize.
Yeah, can we just do that? Not the stabilizing, the magic transfusion thing?
Depends, what are you trying to give him?
I'm not
He's
sure
not
order
gonna-
magic is smart. Is it... Can we just do like, not order, not chaos?
Just like,
Lysander
is that a
knows
thing?
like what
Just Arcana.
is
Arcane.
arcane magic like it typo blood?
yeah, actually. Arcane
So-
magic is kind of universal.
And
However,
Lysander will
because
surely know about magic transfusions, right? Being a teacher
Yes.
and a history teacher.
I
specifically.
will say though, when you are dealing with elemental magic, which arcane is, because it is usually solid, generally you have to have them ingest it in some way.
Oh,
Yeah,
Order and
magic suit.
Order and chaos are the only ones that you can just kind of like beam into somebody. The other ones you have to have them like physically intake.
Would it be safe for Lysander to try and beam his own magic?
I mean, if you want to make him something, I can have you roll for a magic and just tell me what you want to make.
What do you mean make?
So are you just trying to give him raw order or chaos magic?
My push to talk stopped working again. Maybe?
So I'll just quickly recap. Order and chaos, you can basically just give somebody order or chaos magic as long as you know how to do it, which Lysander you would. This is not uncommon to happen at schools if somebody casts too many of one particular type of spell. It's usually rare, only happens to a given student once every couple years. In fact, you know that Kellen has had this happen before and you've had to fix it. Because he cast so much earth magic, he got so order aspected that he couldn't move.
Basically, threw his balance. Threw him out of balance.
Yep. But you also know that there are smaller remedies that people make with like pure earth, fire, wind, etc. that can kind of make smaller changes. And for reference, Orion's balance is currently, if we were saying that like 0 is full order, 100 is full chaos, he's at like an 80 right now. Or like an 85.
No, Lysander is mostly chaos magic, so maybe not
Wait,
me.
so we want to add order magic then? Or...
You want to put order magic into Orion. Because the problem is right now this order magic is just affecting him.
Wait, so you want to add order magic, but also order magic is causing problems?
No, okay. Think about it this way, right?
His balance is too far pushed towards chaos.
You need to give him an order vaccine, essentially.
Because he is too close to being completely full of chaos magic.
Okay. Well, I guess can I beam the order magic into him a bit?
Yeah, roll order.
Just until I see something change. Oh gosh. 100. 54.
That's really good. Yeah. You are able to give him this order magic, and he stops convulsing and falls back asleep.
I think
Elawin looks
I
visibly
didn't kill him,
relieved.
did I?
No, you did exactly what. Looks like he's going to be fine. Looks like his balance has stabilized.
Oh, one other thing,
Okay.
Lysander. You would know that generally after somebody is fixed like this, they generally have to rest for 48 hours before they get better.
Oh,
Oh dear.
no.
Well, can I kind of scoop him up and then step out of the fog?
Yeah.
Wait, Lysander.
Do you want
okay.
Elawin to do that?
If you notice Lysander is struggling.
I mean, actually,
Scoop him up,
Lysander,
so-
you wouldn't struggle that much. Orion is very light.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I could probably just pick him up by myself.
He is actually lighter than you would expect a human to be.
So, are we leaving then?
I think so. But then what about the dome? We just
Elawin's
set
just
it
going
up.
to kind of lower the dome, kind of like disperse it.
Oh,
You
okay.
lower the dome, and you can all see as you now gather around Orion. Standing on the other side of the dome is just this dude with a torch, just standing there. He just kind of waves and gives
I
it.
wave at the dude.
Hello.
You say torch. I'm thinking the Australian one, but do you mean like a flame on a stick?
Yeah, I mean like a flame on a stick.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, because in Australia, torch is flashlight.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's got like a.
Okay, wow.
A flashlight is also known as a torch.
Well, he's
Anyway, I
not like
wave
the
at
stick
dude.
kind.
Yes. A burning torch. A fire torch.
Yeah, he just waves at you
Lysander just
guys.
kinda-
Wait,
Can-
so I'm still covered in bandages, right?
Yep.
Like, he said he was
Imagine-
looking for injured people, right?
Yeah, imagine you find like this fog dome and then some guy steps out of it, holds a sword at you, and then like steps back in and comes back out 5 minutes later with an unconscious guy and a fucking mummy.
The mummy's just waving at you.
He actually does not look very phased.
And Elawin just kind of try to keep the. She's gonna drop the dome, but kind of try to pull the fog in closer again.
Yeah, you can like let it follow you essentially.
Because now that she kind of knows the properties of this fog, she's not gonna let it go.
Yeah. So you guys walk over to the dude. Hello, my name is Francis. I am the current leader for the group of survivors here in Brisbane. How can I help you?
Elawin just kind of looks over at Lysander.
Where are you currently set up?
We have a warehouse. It is about a mile and a half that way, and he points back into the fog. If you would all follow me, I can get us there within about an hour and a half.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so you all follow him, and you guys walk through this fog for a long time. He said an hour and a half. It is so impossible to track the movement of time here. You are not sure how long it's been.
Hey, while we're walking, I think Ron would actually want to ask Lysander about something. Like, because Elawin and Auggie already heard about the, I don't know, darkness magic thing that he saw in Nigel, but I don't think Lysander was there for that part. I just want to ask if maybe he knows anything about that. Yeah, basically.
I don't really think normal people really understand magic.
Go ahead and ask him.
Okay, hey, Lysander? Ron just sort of like,
Oh, talk about Lysander.
huh? What did you think I was asking Francis?
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
Yeah.
mind me.
I see why you were confused then. Yeah, just sort of poke Lysander's shoulder to get his attention and explain what I saw while trying to look for magic. Yeah, does that sound familiar at all?
This is the, like, chaos magic that was inside Nigel, right?
I don't know if it was even chaos magic. I don't know what it was. It was just.
I
it
want
wasn't
you
orange,
to
was it?
describe it to him, Rowan.
I honestly, in real life, I barely remember the description. It was just like blackness, right? Was
Yep.
there any color at all?
It was the lack of magic, basically. Like, it was just
Oh, I thought
a
you just
void
said
of
I couldn't tell
nothingness.
what it was.
I mean, that's
Wait, so I know that it is emptiness, or that it looks like emptiness?
that's what it looked like. It just looked
Okay,
like a black void.
I don't even think it was chaos magic. Actually, I said it. It wasn't orange or blue or
That was out
anything.
of
It was just
character.
like.
Because I didn't know what you were talking about. I was out of character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, why don't you just like restart the conversation real quick?
Yes, please. Yeah. So it starts the same way. I poke Lysander in the shoulder to get his attention, and just whispering to him, I ask, "Hey, so I saw this weird thing just before that whole everything went down. Just like I was trying to see what kind of magic Nigel was using, and I didn't see anything at all. Like not just like a. How do I explain it? It was not that he wasn't using magic. It was more that there was a distinct. It was empty, just emptiness. It was a void. It was dark. No chaos, no order, nothing. I don't know what it was. Is that something you might know anything about?
Is it something I know anything about?
Let's see how much you remember from your mini session. Roll brains. You've been popping off with them brain rolls lately, so. That's a lucky break.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Hey, that's good though. That's good. A 27 is still not bad. So you think back
It's been so long
to.
since the mini session. I have no idea what's going on then.
So you think back to your time with Maximilian, and it sucks to think about because you kind of have to look at it unfiltered now. But you think back, even though you don't really want to, you're doing it for Rowan, and think back to when you two different occurrences pop into your brain when you think about this. The first was when you were young, and you remember Maximilian telling you that that someday he would erase all magic from the world, and that it would be all for you and him.
Fucking there.
And you remember then later when you were investigating the ruins of his lab below the school, that in one of his notes he noted two projects that he was working on outside of Orion, which were called Anti-Magic and the Eternal Curse. And you think this might have something to do with the former?
Lysander just says, I might have some idea, and then does not elaborate.
Oh. Okay.
And you guys continue walking. After a
Everyone
while,
just sort of slows down to walk with Augie again.
um, after a while, you find yourself in standing outside this pretty big warehouse. You go in, you go up to the entrance, and Francis looks at you. So, if you would please not, once we are inside, do not make a fuss, and try not to bring any of the fog in with you. We want to move quickly. We have managed to, through a lot of air conditioning and fog blowers, managed to keep the fog out. So if you could please come in carefully. Do not bring the fog in with you. Be quiet. And please try not to enter the medical ward unless you are in need of medical attention. We have very few beds. Is there any questions we have before we go in?
I don't think so.
Why can't we bring the fog?
Because it is putting people to sleep. And we need people to be awake.
What if we keep it in a bottle?
I would prefer if you kept it outside
Of the bottle?
of the warehouse
Oh, okay, yeah.
in all
Yeah, that's
capacity.
fair. Okay. I'm sorry.
Elawin seems very hesitant to do this.
I mean, he's just telling you what the rules are.
Wait, so what's in the warehouse? What can we see so far?
You haven't gone in yet.
Oh, okay. How big is the warehouse? Like, a warehouse is... I don't know. How big is the warehouse? From
It looks to
outside?
be about the size of 3 or 4 normal-sized homes. It's pretty big.
Whoa. Okay.
After a bit of internal debate, Elawin will eventually stop trying to pull the fog in and just kind of let it disperse.
I don't think they're covered in warehouses. That's just where they're at. Warehouses are very good for people. I also just don't have my map pulled up.
Guys, warehouses like hang out in like plain sight. Most of
Always.
the time you don't notice them. Warehouses just look like plain buildings. Like any buildings.
Does Bunnings count? Bunnings is close, I guess.
What is Bunnings?
It's like a Walmart, I think. It's like a general store.
Australians and their Bunnings.
Or no, it'd actually be closer to like a fucking like a Menards.
Like a Menards? Oh.
Yeah.
It's like an IKEA.
Americans.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Menards and IKEA are different.
Very different.
No, they aren't. They're like pretty similar,
They're
except like
not.
IKEA's cooler.
They are not similar.
Menards, Home Depot, and Bunnings exist in the same sphere. From what I
But
know.
it's IKEA.
IKEA is
It's a
furniture store. Yeah.
Menards has furniture.
But
Yeah?
that's not its main focus.
Menards is a hardware store.
Have you been to Menards?
Yes.
I've been to Menards.
Yeah,
It's
they
not like
Menards, you've been
IKEA.
hardware stores can have furniture, but Menards is a hardware store.
Listen,
You guys, you look at this warehouse and you look at the top and it says
Listen.
Bunnings.
listen.
This is an abandoned Bunnings warehouse now.
Let's just drop this. We're having meaningless arguments.
This
over.
is, I mean, it's fine,
Yeah.
but it's canon now. This is an abandoned Bunnings warehouse. So that's the size and shape you're looking at.
So it's like really,
In
really,
fact,
really big.
I actually
Okay.
might be able to tell you exactly which Bunnings this is, depending on the location.
The infinite IKEA.
Where the fuck is Brisbane on this map? Hello? This is... let me look at my map real quick.
We're one off.
Where's my fucking Brisbane map?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. We already have all kinds of other eldritch horror beings here. Just throw on a couple more.
This would be...
Starsong Academy IKEA episode.
Let's say that this is the Bunnings at Acacia Ridge. Whatever that means. No, sorry, that is really far actually. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Indrupoli? That's closer. That's more in the area I'm looking at.
What
Alec,
are we on about?
are you deafened?
So, are we in the Bunnings warehouse or
Oh, there he
not?
is. Hi, Alec.
We're going to be, but we started arguing about
About what stores are what are like what.
Okay, don't get me started again.
You
Are
think
we
those
in?
you think
I know.
We're
No,
going
don't.
into
I will
we're going
argue.
into the
I
Bunnings
will
that-
go
warehouse.
grave. I will go to the grave saying Menards and IKEA are one and the same. Okay, are we in or out?
out, I think. Can we argue be like in character?
Sorry, what?
Are we in or out of the warehouse?
You are outside. This is what you see.
Are we going? Are we going
With no cars,
into
and
the
it's
Bunnings?
dark, and there's fog. Yes, you could go in. Jesus Christ.
I would like
I'm
go
sorry.
in.
You had to make this controversial.
No, I think it's funny. Yeah, you all go in. It looks like most of the merchandise and everything has been largely repurposed for like beds and like tools. It's all everything has been repurposed for survival. The aisles, if there are aisles in there.
Oh,
Or yeah,
there's,
I'm
like,
looking at
really
the
big
inside of
shelves
them.
in the-
Yeah. The shelves are all pretty much empty. It looks like
So are the beds made of tools or?
no, the beds are not made of tools.
Oh, they're just beds and bunnies? Have I just not seen that?
They've moved. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
No, you're
Sorry.
good. But no, they've got like they've brought in mattresses from other stores. It's like they have made this into a base. This is a safe place. Never did I think going into this session, the big argument of the session would be about Bunnings. Anyway,
Fair. I'm American.
I start to. I'm amazing. Anyway, okay, you all get into the warehouse. It's fine. What do you do? What are you doing? Oh, where did Alec go?
I'm gonna.
1 second.
Can I just like take a
Alec?
shovel from somewhere?
1 second. Alec
Why are
disappeared.
you taking a shovel?
I want to dig, maybe.
Dig? Dig what?
Maybe. I don't know. A hole?
I think
What?
Alec's
Handy to
laptop
have.
died.
Oh no.
You can hit people with a shovel. That's pretty handy.
Oh, true.
Then again, we have magic. What are you on about?
Oh, wait, right. I'm in shovel proximity. I need a shovel now.
Welcome
That's
back,
just
Alec.
what my
No,
brain is
I don't
telling
think you
me.
need a shovel. I think you should come
Okay,
to
so-
the medical ward.
Quick recap for Alec.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
argued
you
about
can
what was
shovel.
inside of Bunnings, and then everybody went in. So we're in the Bunnings now. What are you up to?
Are there inflatable Christmas magpies there?
Yes.
Good.
Nice.
I'm just gonna follow Orky around because she said something about looking for a medical thing.
Yeah, you guys would remember that Francis did note that there is a medical ward here somewhere.
Yeah, so I guess
Oh, we should
look.
probably bring
They
Orion
use
as well.
fucking circular saw.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if they can help Orion with that unless they also have magic.
He just
Oh,
needs to rest.
he
We
just
need
needs
to let
sleep.
him.
Okay.
At least somewhere for him to rest.
Yeah.
Actually, hey,
And you guys can also ask Francis if you're looking for anything specific.
also, Vic, are there any other people with magic in the Bunnings?
I don't know.
Can I do that like sense magic thing that I've been doing lately to try
Um,
and find
so-
out?
When you sense magic, the thing is, everybody has magic. It is just whether or not you have the ability to use it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just
Can
gonna
I-
ask
oh.
Francis if there's any other magical people.
There are, yes, we have a few, novice mages. A few people who, we also have a couple of people who graduated from Starsong Academy. We have an alumni from Crag Dragon here. They were all very keen to tell us about their time at the school when they got here. I wish they would have told us about it before. But anyway, I also have a little bit of skill with magic. My father was a
You
Was a
Crag
magician.
Dragon, Elawin kind of perks up.
but
Also perks up, you think?
we do not have any like super skilled wizards, but we help out where we can.
Well, you got me now, so
That's good. Are you all magic?
Yeah.
yeah, yes. We're
Oh.
from the academy, and he kind of gestures back outside,
I
still
see.
with Orion still in his arms.
I see. Well,
Wait, actually,
is your friend in need of rest? We have a place where we have cots.
Yes, thank you.
Here, I can, as long as you trust me, I can take him off your hands for you. Or I can just show you over there.
Just lead the way.
Okay. He, leads Lysander off.
I'm gonna just help out Augie gently, and try to whisper, Augie, we should probably. Do you think they know about Nigel? Should we warn them? He could still be out there somewhere. Like, I just. I
That'd
don't know
probably
if
be a good
I should
idea.
tell them. Yeah. We
Elawin
can
just
tell
kind of
them.
stares at the two whispering children with her head cocked to the side.
Didn't Nigel say he had connections around Brisbane as well?
Oh, true. Wait, what if he has spies? What if he has spies in the bunnies then? What what if I tell them we caused something bad to happen? I don't, oh gosh.
Maybe we should just stay quiet for now.
I
By the
guess.
way, Rowan, you feel
Yes?
something warm in your pocket.
Can I wait? Which pocket? Left or right?
I don't know. The one that
Okay,
the one that has the pendant in it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna reach into that pocket, just like, and take it out in front of Augie.
Yeah, you have the little pendant. And the mirror is like shimmering.
Oh,
Elawin's going to approach and kind of look over his shoulder at it.
So, as you look into the pendant, it shows you the Chicago group. You see Clementine, Blaine, Mia, Vivi, Cryos, and a tall woman that you don't recognize, the same one from the last time, standing outside of a subway. A very familiar subway.
is it just makes that subway familiar?
You see them all chatting with each other. And bleh. Sorry, I just spit out my cough drop. You see as Nigel pops up.
Oh gosh, can I smash the pendant?
You can try. I will say that
Okay.
the scene will continue to play whether or not you're watching it, so if you try to smash it now,
Okay,
you will
well,
miss something.
I guess I'll just glare at it.
Okay.
Hey, make
You
a
s-
very big frown.
You see it as Nigel pops up on it, and you watch as he pulls Blaine aside from the group, and you watch him give something to Blaine. Can't see from here what it is, but you see that he gives him something. And then you watch as Chris, who you would recognize, walks out from an alley as Nigel disappears. And you watch the group have a fight with Chris, where at the end you watch as Blaine turns on Cryos and stabs him, and you watch as Chris carries Cryos away. And the rest of the group all just watch as he is taken.
Do you know these people?
This is the other group that was going to Chicago.
So, friends of yours then?
Yeah.
As
yeah.
you watch,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
you watch the scene continue to play, you see as Vivi, Mia, and Clem all begin shouting, apparently. There's no sound, but you look as they all start shouting at Blaine. And he just raises the knife up to them, and he looks like he's threatening them with it. And they all stop. And that is where the scene cuts off.
But this scene, in the previous scene that I saw on the pendant, was Cryos there, or?
Yes. Cryos was there, and you know that he was trying to stop Blaine, but it did not work.
So then this scene here would presumably have happened after the
Mhm.
first? Okay, but in the first scene, I saw that Blaine was supposedly, like, stabbing Clem in the face. You don't generally
not in
get
the
up
face.
from that.
He just
from the
stabbed her.
Weapon?
Just in the
Okay.
chest. She survived it, apparently.
Was there any sort of trace of the injury in the second scene?
Yes, you could see in this scene the scarred over wounds from the last time.
Where did you get this from?
Please don't freak out. It was from Nigel. Before he did anything, he just said it was a magic pendant that would let me watch the other group. I'm after what he pulled though, I'm not inclined to trust it, but it's better than nothing, I think.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
No, that's all I have to say. It just
Yes,
Sure, but
based on
Elawin-
what you've told me from what happened after he showed up, he does not seem the most trustworthy, and his gifts
Yeah,
should
no.
be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's I didn't remember what the phrase was. Yeah, that is what I wanted to say. Yeah. Yeah, I guess should I keep it then, or I kind of sort of just. Mm,
Do these friends
I think we
of
could.
yours seem to act out of the ordinary in any way?
Not particularly. I mean, it feels weird that they would be fighting as much as they did, but it's not so out of character that it would be immediately dismissed out of hand. I don't know.
There seems to be certain people within this vision that you believe that it could hold some cadence of truth.
Yeah, I don't. I hate to say it, but yeah, I don't know. Like the main reason I don't think it's true is because it was from Nigel, Although I think it would be possible, I could believe it, like, if he hadn't done what he did. I probably would have fallen for it.
Oh no. Alex Discord crashed again.
Alec,
Oh,
he's
no.
gone.
Oh,
This is so
no.
sad.
Oh, nope, he's back.
Alec moment. Oh, welcome back.
That's good, because we're just about to get to something with Lysander.
Yay.
Guess I'll just pocket the pendant then.
Actually, Lysander is not the only person that has something happen. Lysander, as you drop off Orion and rejoin the group, you and Auggie would both start to, get... Wait, what are we wedding? Who's wedding what?
Oh, go on. I'm on
Okay.
the edge of my seat.
So, Lysander, you feel your, oh, what was it? Like the friendship bracelet that you and Kellen have, you feel it kind of like starting to connect. And Auggie, you feel, something in your pocket starting to buzz.
Oh. What's in my pocket? I look in my pocket.
You pull it out, and there is a small green cat's eye gem that when you hold, you also start to feel somebody trying to communicate with you.
It's an iPhone.
And I won't say this in their voices, because they both say the same thing, but Auggie, you get a message from your mother, and Lysander, you get a message from Kellen, and they both say the same thing. August and Sophie have been taken. And Nigel couldn't stop them. Or Nigel couldn't be stopped. You would also know, or they would also tell you, that Drake tried to communicate with Cryos, and the only response that they got from Cryos was that Nigel had him. So you are all now aware that Nigel has Sophie, August, and Cryos.
I assume there's a visible look of distress on at least Augie's face.
Yes.
And Lysander's, I would assume.
Yes.
Elawin kind of just looks over. You seem troubled. Did something happen?
She stumbles on her words, trying to find something to say. She's like quaking with anger. And she finally raises the iPhone up to Elawin for her to read the messages.
Yeah, message kind of just like
She kind of
kick
takes
around over her
from
shoulder.
Auggie. She kind of just takes the cat's eye gem from Auggie.
Yeah, and you would be able to listen to the messages from Augie's mom.
You also have to realize something. Elawin has no idea who any of those people are.
Yeah.
Who is Sophie and
Sophie, what?
It appears as
Oh.
though
Wait, what?
this Sophie was taken by Nigel,
I'm
as well
going to
as
kill him.
August and Cryos.
Oh my goodness. That is
Who
not good.
are these people?
That's
But
my
she-
sister. That's my
That's Rowan's sister.
7-year-old
And August?
sister.
What? What did he say?
Yeah, Rowan, what did you say?
Robo?
That was my 7-year-old sister.
Oh. This is most troubling, as she kind of hands the gem back
That's
to
the thing.
Auggie.
Alec, how is Lysander reacting to this? Alec?
Sorry, my thing's being weird. I think he's not really responding to anyone outside. Is like in his head a bit now.
Right, and if you want to talk to Kellen, you can. But that's just what he tells you initially.
He's like on the phone right now with his
Yeah.
response. He just asks what happened.
You told me about this guy who was going to come to the school. So I locked him up. I put a seal on a door in the rituals classroom. And he stayed there for like 3 days. And he didn't do anything. So it used to be the rituals classroom, Alec. You would know it as now the magical items class. It's the same room. Yeah, arcane objects. Sorry, I forgot what I called it. Okay. So sorry, I locked him in the arcane objects classroom. And he didn't leave for almost 3 days. And then, probably not even an hour ago, I heard screams coming from that way, and I ran as fast as I could. And I don't even know how to... It was terrifying, Lysander. It was like the things I saw in that black mist. I don't think I'll ever stop having nightmares. He just grabbed August and Sophie, and I tried to stop him. I tried so hard. He broke my arm. I couldn't. I'm sorry. Augie's mom tried to help too, but she can't even talk now. I don't know what he did to her, but it's like she's trying to talk and she can't. And I tried to get Drake to chase him, but I don't know, it's like Drake knew who he was. He said that chasing him would be a death wish. I'm so sorry.
It's you did what you could. We'll get them back.
Okay, I trust you. I'm gonna try and make my way to you guys.
No, stay there. Good.
Are you sure?
I don't think you'll be able to get out here alone.
I was gonna see
It's
if I
too
could.
dangerous.
Okay, me and Mrs. Partisan will hold down the fort, but try and come back when you can. We could all use a morale boost.
Just keep yourself safe.
I will. You too. How's it going over there?
I don't even know.
Okay. If you want to talk, we can always talk. Is Octavius alright?
I don't have Octavius anymore.
What happened?
Nigel took him.
That bastard! And the kids, are the kids okay? I don't know what I would tell.
Over all of them, sir.
Okay, thank goodness. I don't know what I would tell Miss Partisan if Auggie got hurt.
Loki is very much fine.
Or Mr. Bolt. Is Rowan alright? I mean, I already had to tell Geoff
Yeah.
about Sophie. Thank goodness.
Rowan currently looking like a mummy.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to making sure everybody's okay. Get in touch when you can.
Of course.
And, the call hangs up.
Elawin, kind of seeing the general state of these three, kind of just rubs her arm and kind of takes a few steps back. I'll let you sort this. This seems to be something that's deeply affecting you, so.
And also, Auggie, I know you asked earlier, but no, that conversation was just between Lysander and Kellen. And also, Auggie, the gem that you have is situated in a little gold ring, so you can wear it if you would like. It looks like this.
Ooh, okay. I will indeed put that on my ring. My finger.
Elawin looks visibly uncomfortable with the current situation.
Any what?
Any what?
Sequiturs
What is that?
or sequators.
Why are you saying for a shovel?
Not a shovel, it's a secateur. It's like it's like for trimming plants. It has a little blade thing.
Oh, the little clippers.
Yeah. It's handheld.
I'm just
and
saying, we could
it's
still use a shovel to bury Nigel.
true, but I have another idea.
Oh,
And,
yeah, you could find gardening tools for sure.
Yeah, just like the little handheld ones for
Yeah.
clipping. And quick question: how sharp is it? Like at the moment?
They're
Like if I were
new.
to poke, so if I were to poke the edge, would it like draw blood or?
Yeah, it could.
Okay, I'm gonna
The executors are
make it
hand
sharper.
pruners.
Yeah, they would be sharp though.
Okay, but I would like to make it sharper.
Yeah, you can do
Please.
that.
Okay. But do I just like scrape it against the floor or something, or use
You
magic?
can do it however you
or
want.
something? Okay, I'm gonna use magic to sort of try to make it sharper. Do I need to roll anything, or?
Roll. Hmm. Roll brains.
Okay. With magic?
Yes.
Okay. Roll 1d6. 20.
20 will do it. Yeah.
Okay, and then can I also cast a concealing spell on it, like just a long lasting one that'll make it hard to see without actually looking for it?
Sure. That would be charm.
Okay. My charm is just 1d6, right? Yeah. That's a 10.
Okay. You think it's visually concealed.
Okay. Does Augie see this happening, or?
Depends. Was Augie watching?
Augie, yeah,
I
Augie's
think
like,
Roman would just like, while everyone was doing things, just would walk away without saying anything and just like look for something in the aisles.
Then unless Augie was following you, no.
Was Augie following?
yes. Curly's making sure you are okay. Are you? A lot to do.
No, not really. Anyway, but
We'll
yes, so
get him
the
back. We'll get at Nigel, and we'll get Sophie back. We will.
yeah, Rowan's just sort of he's shaking a little, and his mouth is just sort of like opening and closing because he's trying to find the words, but he can't really say anything. He's just clenching the gardening tool, which is pink flowery, because the first one he picked up, and just clenching it as hard as possible. Like his knuckles are white.
Augie kind of falters back. She had never seen Rowan be so mad. He's usually so mellow. Even despite all the time she's like picked on him, he's never gotten mad. So Augie relaxes a little bit and just goes up and hugs Rowan. That's all she really knows what to do.
Rowan's just sort of going to lower the second toe and rest his chin on Augie's head, I guess, because he's all.
I'm sorry, Rowan. We'll get them back. I promise you.
Okay.
Sophie's
Okay.
okay.
Rowan just nods and steps back for a moment. And he's just looking at the secateurs now and thinking, okay, can you? He's just gonna sort of wave the secateurs in front of her face. The blade isn't out yet. It's just sort of closed.
Like in
Is
her face?
not at her face. It's like in front of it. Like
Okay.
hand is there. He's just trying to make sure she can see it.
Yes. She very
Oh.
well sees the pink and flowery secateurs.
Oh, okay. Oh. And he just puts them in his pocket next to the pendant. We should probably head back, maybe.
We can head back anytime you're ready.
Are there a lot of people currently in this main area?
Yeah, there's like a lot of people around. In
Elawin's
fact,
gonna
the place
find
seems pretty
somewhere.
packed.
Elawin's gonna try to find somewhere more secluded with a lot less people.
Honestly, the medical ward or the sleeping ward would probably be the quietest places.
She's just going to try to get away from all of the people.
Okay. Make a brains roll to find somewhere quiet.
She very much does not like all of these people around her. I cannot roll well for like the life of me. Hell, she might even just go back outside where the safety fog is. I got a 4.
You look around for like half an hour and you cannot find anywhere where there isn't somebody nearby.
Well, she just wants less people.
Yeah, you can find a spot where there are a couple people, but still you can hear their conversation in the back of your head.
Looking around, she kind of just eventually she's just going to walk outside and just kind of sit next to the doors
Okay. You can do that.
and just pull the fog back in around her.
Yeah. It helps. Feel a lot more relaxed.
And she's just going to kind of stare up at the sky of the realm that she's had to look at for hundreds of years.
Looks the same as always. Unfortunately.
And she's just gonna kind of put her head on her knees and think about how different things could have been if she didn't end up here.
Yeah. Well, if that's what you're doing for this scene, Lysander, what are you up to?
He's really just like up somewhere. He's like holding his sword, like white knuckled grip, kind of staring up into space, full of rage. He's like bubbling with rage.
Damn. All right. And then, Rowan and Augie, what are you guys up to?
Well, are we still in the like aisle? Do you think? Okay.
And you haven't gone back yet.
I guess we haven't gone back. I don't think I would have. I don't think Ron would have wanted to leave yet. He's oh gosh. I don't know. Olga, what do you want to do?
Could you repeat that, Ron?
Oh, I don't know what we'd be doing now. We're still in the aisle. I guess we just
Augie's
are
following her
plotting.
gear around to make sure you're okay.
I guess Ron would try maybe one more time to make it invisible, like so that at least Orky can't see it.
Invisible what?
The secretary thing.
You very clearly waved it in my face.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to make sure that Nigel won't be able to see it or something
Oh.
in case it gets bad. Actually, could you lend me a hand, please? I don't know how to do this.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm
Augie,
sorry,
if you
this
want to
is-
try and cloak
this is
the
probably weird.
Secutor, it's just a charm roll with
Can we-
magic.
Okay.
Can I like try to help?
Yeah, Rowan, if you roll a 6 or higher on your charm, Augie will get a +3.
Okay.
I got a
nice.
9.
Okay. So Augie gets, what do you get total then?
16.
+3, so 19. Yeah. They the Secutors go completely invisible.
Okay. Did it work? You can't see them, right?
Augie, when you look at them really close, you can see like the air breaking where they are, but other than that, you can't tell. No.
Nope. I don't think he'll see them.
My goodness. Okay. And Ron's just going to put them in his pocket again. This
Make
time
sure you
away
don't
from
forget
the
them.
cameras. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. And Rowan's just gonna look around because he doesn't know what to do now. He wants to do something, but there's really nothing he can do. So he's just gonna sort of
Can
lean against one of the.
Augie's gonna bring out that the cat's eye ring again, and can she try to contact her mom? Or is it one
You
way?
can try. Roll charm plus magic. Again. It's a pretty low DC. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, you can establish a line with your mom. You hear the call pick up. She does not say anything.
Mom, are you there? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that you?
Yeah.
What happened?
What
How
was-
did it?
But I'm not muted.
What happened? How did he take everyone? How did
I-
he get to school?
They just let him in.
Are you hurt?
Yes. It's very hard to talk right now.
What did he do to you? Oh, Mom, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Augustine, he dropped a pillar on my chest. My lungs are going to take a while to heal. I'm sorry I couldn't stop him.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll stop him. We'll get at him. We'll get August and Sophie back. And Cryos too. He took Cryos.
Augustine, Auggie, I just want you to come home safe.
I will. But I will bring down this man.
If you think that you're gonna get hurt, just come home. It's not worth it if you die.
It's worth it if everyone else is safe. As long as we can
Auggie,
get out of this dimension.
you have to.
Everyone.
I know it's selfish, but you have to give me a chance to be your mom still. Come home.
Oh,
Promise me you'll come home when you're done. Promise me that you'll be safe.
I promise, Mom.
Okay. Juniper is telling me I should go back to sleep, so I'm gonna go.
Get some rest, please.
Okay,
Please.
I'll talk to you later. I love you.
Love you too, Mom.
And the call hangs up.
Auggie kind of just sinks to the floor next to Rowan. She's quaking, unsure whether she's holding back anger or tears.
Rowan is just going to sort of return the favor Augie did earlier and just wrap her in as big a hug as he can and not say anything.
And as Rowan and Auggie embrace, and as Lysander stands in the foyer, sword drawn, as he, as
What a way to ruin the moment. Thanks, Lysander.
Lysander, do you want to say that out loud?
You should describe it out loud.
Yeah, I want to hear what Lysander's up to.
In a fit of rage, Lysander stabs the Christmas Magpie inflatable and pops it.
Yeah, you know what? Make me a fight roll with magic.
They literally-
Sorry. God, I'm like crying. That fucking. Woo!
This group definitely has the emotional sessions.
Yeah.
We need some sillies. We need more sillies in our life.
Elawin really does not fit in right now. She doesn't
Lysander,
know, like,
you stab this Christmas magpie inflatable, and you pierce it all the way through. Your arm is like in it now, and it pops around you, and you watch as everybody turns their head towards you. Do you do anything? Or do you just stand there with your arm in the corpse of the inflatable?
Just stand there. Not even paying attention to anyone else. It's just.
And as we pan away from Lysander and his kill, we see Elawin outside, sitting on the ground, wrapped in this fog. We pan back inside. We see Orion sleeping quietly in a hospital bed. And that is where we're going to end the session.